Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's the first series that I will do a review for. I'm gonna cut this up in 3 sections. Not this video, but the whole series. I'm gonna do now season 1 and 2. Next video, season 3 and 4, and then 5 and 6. So young Sheldon will come in 3 separate videos. So, I have a lot that I've written down, so I will look down a lot because I don't remember all this. Well, let's just start. I've also written not everything down. I've written a bit of the important points down. So if you have watched the show, because it's a show, it's it's a bit more difficult for me. I can't do like an anime from. Yeah, maybe I can do it, but it's a bit harder because it's just a bit harder. So let's just start with it. The anime in the future will also be probably a bit different. So, leave a like, recommend an anime movie down below in the comment section, and subscribe to the channel. That will help out a lot. So let's begin. Sheldon went to a high school. Sheldon was 8, but maybe he was. Now he was 10, but maybe he was 8 then. But he went to high school, to Georgie's high school, and he came in Georgie's classroom. He had multiple things that he pointed out from that is wrong, against the school policy. He proved, he also proved a NASA scientist wrong by making, by doing the math and all, because he said that a rocket couldn't land down. I'm gonna skip through all different episodes, so this is through the whole season. This for whole season 1. We're talking exclusively about the season 1 now, and I will announce when I'm gonna do season 2. So anyway, he made his first friend named Tam. He discovered he liked comic books. Because he went to therapy because he choked on a sausage. Yay big. He choked on that. He couldn't eat. He was afraid to eat solid food because he was afraid that he could choke again. So he went to therapy, and the therapist had X-Men comic books. So that was his first comic that he ever read. Was the X-Men version. I don't know which comic book from X-Men, but it was an X-Men version. Sheldon went to Dallas for Dallas for a night. But Georgie went and got him. Oh, what? No. He went to Dallas for a night, and because he was at university, something like that, and he went to stay there with 2 professors, But at first they looked like fun, and I recognized him at How I Met Your Mother. It was the stepfather from Ted, the mother of Barney. So if you have seen that show, you know exactly probably who I mean. Those were the 2 professors. And if you have seen the show, you know who I mean. So, but everybody at home, they missed him. So George, the father, went to Dallas and got him back. Got him back again. Everybody missed him except for Georgie. Georgia, even Missy missed him, so that was pretty sweet. Missy is probably one of my favorites, she's definitely my favorite female character in the show for now. Tam Sheldon learned Dungeons and Dragons from Tam, and Billy was there too. Billy is the neighbor. Very dumb neighbor kid. Very dumb. And maybe that dumb that he almost irritates me. Yeah. Sheldon went. Sheldon went to also a college, where one Dr. Sturgis, John Sturgis, was giving a lecture, and actually Connie and Dr. Sturgis began to date, and we'll go and speak about that also in season 2. So they're together for a while. Dr. Sturgis, well, she started to date Dr. Sturgis after she dropped off Sheldon at the lecture, and Sheldon made his first contract for Connie and for Dr. Sturgis. So let's go to season 2 now. In season 2, Sheldon got his first job. It was a paper route because he had to pay. He has to pay George, his father, back because he has to pay George $200 back because there was a sound that only he heard because he has more sensitive. Senses, more sensitive senses. So he heard a sound and it came in from the fridge, the refrigerator. So he pulled that thing actually out wrong. Every screw, every piece and all, he pulled it out of each other. And just like how you get it from IKEA something, but it cost $200 to put it back together, to hire someone to put it back together. So he had to pay George back. Sheldon cried. Missy wasn't very happy when Sheldon cried, and hugged him, and he had to pay George $200 back. So he got his first paper round. What he sucked at. He sucked at it. He made also his first kind of rival named Paige. I recognize Paige. Her face reminds me also a bit of her neighbor. I don't know why, but some faces that she makes when she smiles, it just reminds me of her. So anyway, we're not talking about that either. Sheldon was also for the first time jealous. He felt jealousy because Dr. Sturgis gave more attention to Paige than to Sheldon. And Paige is also a 10-year-old girl. They're the same age. He has his first sleepover at Tam's house. That's fun for him. So first sleepover at Tam's house. Sheldon got his first console, but he didn't want it at first. So Connie said, okay, well then I'm gonna play it. So she and Sheldon, she were playing a kind of dungeon game. All the puzzles and all that were for Sheldon, but all the fighting monsters, that was for Connie. Because Connie was pretty good at it, actually. He found a passion. Georgie got his first job. But no, not his first job, because that was probably a paper route. But Georgie got a job and found his passion that we see later on in the Big Bang Theory, in the later seasons. If you have if you're watching this and you haven't watched Big Bang Theory yet, or you are maybe at season 6 or something, go watch Big Bang first, then come back and leave a like, recommend an anime movie down below in the comments, and subscribe to the channel. But Georgie found his passion in cars. He had to kind of Ghost. If you know the movie Ghost, when they were the pottery scene, he had a wheel, so that, and he listened to the wheel to look where air comes out of, and he found it. Sheldon found his catchphrase Bazinga in his comic book store. It was something. If it's funny, it's Bazinga or something. That was the catchphrase. That was the slogan of the company. So that's why he uses Bazinga. And what I finally wrote down is Sheldon is class president. He ran for class president, and he won actually, because his opponent is a Yankee, and their Texans are apparently very proud for the state. So they weren't too happy when they found out that she was a Yankee. Also, it didn't go too well with Dr. Sturgis. Just in the last episode, Sheldon had kind of radio with Dr. Sturgis that he could listen to for the Nobel Prize. Who got to win, but nobody showed up. After he found it and invited everybody, nobody showed up. And Dr. Sturgis, he in the past he kind of can get detached from reality sometimes, and that it was even that bad that he got to have hospitalized. Apparently, that's his colleague said that. Connie didn't know that. Connie didn't know that at all, and she went to John's apartment because he didn't show up at her place. Then she called the college, and the colleague said, he didn't show up for 2 of his lectures either. So she was worried. So she went to his apartment, which Sheldon also burned down almost, because Sheldon was staying there for a night because he got the opportunity to go to college there. But he had a nightmare about the giant mantis that was chasing him, because Dr. Sturgis was talking about that he had that nightmare, and now Sheldon had that nightmare. Sheldon woke up screaming. Dr. Sturgis woke also up and wanted to run to Sheldon, but he tripped and fell in his room, hit his head, and so Sheldon wanted to make a warm beverage for him, to calm him down. But that the towel, the thin towels that you dry off your mugs and all with, it caught fire. So what did he? He grabbed a paper, a newspaper, and he started to, to kind of blow on it. These things, I mean, these things. So he started to do this, but that doesn't work obviously. You're adding oxygen to fire. That makes the fire bigger. So yes, that wasn't too well. But what I said, it wasn't too good with Dr. Sturgis, and he was on the roof doing his Tai Chi. And Connie found him there. She wasn't too glad with that actually. So I will leave it at this. I'm gonna watch season 3 and 4 right now, because I want to watch Young Sheldon. So I'm gonna watch Young Sheldon now, season 3 and 4. I will do an end review for it all. For now, the first 2 seasons definitely get 4.5 out of 5. They're very good seasons, maybe even a 5. Maybe in the second one or in the third video I will raise it up a bit, and maybe I will do a separate video for an all over review from the whole show, or I'm just gonna put that at the end of the third video. I will put it in the title. I will put it title, review, then maybe plus and review, of total review. Maybe something like that. Like I said, leave a like, recommend an anime movie down below in the comment section, and subscribe to the channel. I will watch season 3 right now. It has 21 episodes. Season 4 has 18 episodes. These two had 22 episodes per season. So yes, and I'm enjoying myself a lot actually. After I'm done with Young Sheldon, I'm going back to Pokemon, finish XYZ. Then I'm going to a new anime, watch that anime fully. Maybe it's Spy Family, maybe it's probably One Piece. I'm gonna watch One Piece, not the full show, but to get caught up to where from where I left off till now. Then I watch Pokemon, then do it with Boruto to get caught up again. and then we do Pokemon again, and then we do a new show. So probably for One Piece you don't get a review, or maybe you will, because I know there. Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert for all the One Piece fans. They're fighting Kaido, so I left off, around that. So I haven't seen all the new episodes yet. It's been almost a year, so we're gonna cut up to that. Maybe I do a review for that too. Definitely it gets 5 out of 5 already. You don't have to ask me about that because I love One Piece. So 5 out of 5 for One Piece, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.